Down, they just think they are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard. Down, they just think they are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard. Free up the guys and dip out the ends. Jump in the ride and burn out the rims. Don't stop, don't catch the boy that I'm in. Now he's in the block with the up for events. Skin get close, could you put on them with the tits on 10. Back in the back that's on tap, all ready to go and jump in. Down, they just think they are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard. Down, they just think they are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard. Down, 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 down.
Oh shit, look at this. It's fun, Sorelli gaming, baby. Oh, we're about to get lit.
A big steaming pile
of shit coming your way. Azzarelli, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you doing, my friend? It's such a good week to be on this show. Holy crap that I couldn't do my show today because I'm going to be gone. As soon as this show's done, I have to take off. I thought I wouldn't be able to do yours, but last night I found out I had that window of opportunity. I was like, Gaz, did you get a guest yet? You were like, no, jump on. I'm like, I'm there.
Perfect. So. It was magical because I just put out a video which it felt like it was a collaboration between me and you because me and you obviously had strong feelings about what was going on, and we're not known to hold back our critiques, are we, Fonz? And you're feeling a certain way, I'm feeling a certain way, and the Xbox community is feeling a certain way, isn't it? It is right. Finally,
yep.
The straw that broke the Xbox back. It's been an eventful week with lots of news, lots of crazy shit. And I'm mindful of the time. I want to get straight into it. But before we do, before we talk about the obvious topics, let me give a shout out to everyone in the chat. Leo, Daddy, Sea of Swim, Jose, Xbox King, Citizen Zyba, Project Scorpio, Serendipity, Leo Line, did I say that again? Yeah, I did. Leo, Lutrons, Silent Cypher, all of you, Walt Diggity, Randoms, OJP, Malta Pandora, Aaron, Anthony Mack. Let's go. We're going to talk, thank you everyone. Smash the like button. We're going to get into it. Unfiltered shit, because a lot's happened. But before we talk about the topic that I really want to get into, talk about,
yes,
this one,
for sure.
That this thing has taken over so much of the limelight that one of the biggest acquisitions in the history of gaming has already taken place, and it's kind of blindsided, but it's still a big deal. And I'm so glad I got you to talk about it as well, because Habibi, I love it.
Be wildin'.
Habibi be wildin' with EA is being bought out by the Saudi Arabian outfit for $55 billion.
Oh man, that thing is massively huge.
Massively huge, because goodbye to a lot of things. There's been a lot of noise being made about this.
We can only hope, Gaz.
You know what I'm thinking, and I know someone's gonna clip this because these intolerant little pieces of shit. How dare they? But there's an element of truth to it. I'm just taking the piss a little bit, but when it came to Saudi Arabia, you know, people, especially in the West, go, yeah, with all the double standards of bullshit coming in your face. That pause. That didn't mean it that way. But there's a lot to unpack here. So EA it is massive, and the Saudi Arabia.
Hold up, guys.
Oh, my name is Fonz now. Amazing. He's dead. Goodbye, female protagonist. Yeah, so as I will introduce the topic. So Saudi Arabia has bought out for $55 billion EA, and a lot of it, and the big concern for a lot of people is the debt leveraging of $20 billion. And that's going to be something that's going to be a primary driver for a lot of people, including mine, concerns about whether or not this ends up in a good way. You've seen EA. Well, EA are a bit of a shell of their former selves. They haven't been all that great. But we've got some good titles to look forward to. We've got Battlefield 6 coming out this Friday. Can't wait, after a long time. It's going to be amazing. And then you've also got a lot of people concerned about the truth, about what this means for the future of the game. But while I'm doing that, I want to show you that. That's for Battlefield 6. That's what people have made. The Saudis have taken over. And yeah, so let's talk about it. What do you think about? What's your first gut instinct? When you saw the Saudis buying it, what did you feel about EA? What did you think about EA before, and what do you think about it now?
EA have always been the devil to me. Just the way they've run their business forever. Now, I don't know. It's all up in the air. I don't know what's going to happen with them. Like, we can speculate that since the Saudis are kind of taking over here, that they might maybe look into how these games are being made. But I don't know if they're going to be hands off and kind of just let them do their thing still. What do you think on that? Because, I mean, honestly, for me, I don't know what they're going to do there. I have no clue if they're going to actually go in there and kind of like monitor exactly what they're putting in these games and stuff. Like,
I mean, it remains to be seen but I don't think they're going to be that hands-on with it. I'll be honest with you. I think they'll invest in it and have a hands-off approach. For the most part, the thing that I'm worried about the more, which I'll talk about in a bit, is the debt leveraging on there, because there's $20 billion of like borrowed cash, and whenever that kind of thing happens, the problem is you need to recoup that money back, and the problem with this one compared to say ABK, although even that didn't exactly work out great in terms of maybe realizing more niche ideas, is the fact that when you're in a rush to claw back money, that may say goodbye or be a lot more stringent on those incubation projects or those double A's or indie titles or any of those kind of like wishy-washy titles. And it's going to be a lot more cutthroat. They're going to look a lot more. The concern is they're going to be just looking at Apex Legends, looking at the loot machine, looking at FIFA, looking at Madden, looking at the big money spinners, and a lot of people are concerned about the big one is BioWare. Where on earth is BioWare going to go? Because the last game, so it was mixed, but I don't think it did that well. Well,
I assume that what they're going to do is actually take a look at what each studio has been generating for so many months, years, and kind of clean house, so to speak. I think they're going to, I think it's inevitable that some people are going to be let go.
Yeah.
And maybe even whole studios.
Yeah.
That might be inevitable. Maybe even whole franchises.
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure, it's going to be interesting. I really want to see how this plays out, because who knows if this does well for them, especially, and the industry overall, the gamers and stuff. Who's to say that there won't be more making purchases from that country,
Yeah, at this point, just buy Xbox, please, Saudis, because someone needs to save Xbox and take it away from Microsoft. But, I think it's going to be very interesting because there's a lot of factors at play here. And I think the interesting one is that Saudis have just bought this. They'll be keeping a keen eye on Battlefield. And Battlefield, which is playing on screen right now, is going to be going head-to-head with Call of Duty. And Call of Duty just had its beta. And the beta had I don't know, forget me if I got the numbers wrong, about 60,000 or so players. And that's not that much compared to Battlefield. Completely destroyed the numbers of players that it had. So there's one thing. And Call of Duty is supposed to be a juggernaut, which it is. But Battlefield is coming up in a much stronger position with a lot more positive goodwill, a lot more positive hype for it. We'll talk about Call of Duty Black Ops impressions in a bit. But, that's coming in. And, but the Saudis getting involved. They were like, well, hold on a minute. We've got this big property that's fighting and battling against Call of Duty, for God's sake. Why not they triple down on the support for this studio as they see these numbers coming in, and it's really getting favor with the gamers. So there's one thing. The other thing I was going to say is there's a lot of this talk about Saudis, because Saudi Arabia is a Muslim country.
They've been investing in gaming for many years now.
Yeah, absolutely. They bought Evo recently.
Yeah.
Like a majority shareholder in that. That's big. They bought the King of Fighters or whatever. They've got loads of I actually got it here from Derek Strickland, a whole list of their investments here, but it's quite huge, man. But
they've got investments even in Nintendo. I mean, they've got investments all across the gaming scene. It's this is the first time that we've seen a major acquisition like this from the Saudis, and I'm just wondering how this plays out. It's kind of exciting, to be honest, and it's kind of like I'm just waiting to see. Yeah, I'm not like, yes, let's go, but at the same time I'm like, well, I haven't really liked the way EA has handled themselves for so many years. Let's see what happens in the hands of somebody else. Maybe it could be a good thing. Hopefully, that's all we can hope for.
that's the position a lot of people have had as well. They're like, EA's been such a shit show for so long. They want something positive to break the status quo, something that will change. I think, yeah, we can joke about the stuff that we don't like, all the kind of extra woke stuff that feel like takes away from the art. And I'm not saying like Saudi is a Muslim country, conservative, but they've actually really loosened their rules. They're bought into WWE, and if you've seen wrestling nowadays, sometimes when the women are out there's a glorified porn show, like softcore porn. A lot of people
It's been that way for many years, man.
Yeah,
many
yeah.
years.
And a lot of people think of this idea. You had Colin Moriarty talk about, oh my God, they don't let women drive and all this shit, using expired bullshit while he sits there supporting Israel. But
did they expect them to start wearing burqas and stuff in WWE? Is that what he?
That's exactly the kind of impression he's giving everyone. But Saudi's actually gone through a massive
off the top ropes.
Just see a
the
tent.
burqa just flying.
Tent coming out.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
See, now it's in your head. Yeah.
Oh man, but that's in my head. Yeah, absolutely. But that's an expired kind of thing. If you know what Saudi Arabia is doing, they've got massive concerts. My brother works there. He was telling me like he went there to a concert with Eminem and also big players there working on some. Yeah. They got these huge resorts. They got this neon project. They've got. It's completely different. They've got boxing on lock. They've got all this stuff. So they really want. Whether or not the strategy is going to work remains to be seen. But they're investing a lot into trying to change that the perception of Saudi Arabia. So they're quite loose on a lot of things. They've loosened up massively. The women can drive. All that shit has changed. It's a lot more liberal now. But there's still a bit of conservatism when it comes to things like sex and showing off women and stuff like that. They'll make in movies, they'll cover up some bits that are they're being shown off, the little ghibli bits and stuff like that. But the gay stuff, not the gay stuff, well, you can say the gay stuff. Well, the stuff, homosexuality, that kind of stuff, the woke stuff, the trans stuff, the flags. Like I mentioned that because I think in Saudi Arabia they changed all the flags, all the pride flags and stuff like that as well. So they didn't have that in Spider-Man 2. Which made it a better game. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being a bigot.
Right.
No, right. But there's a conversation to be had there. But the thing is, the conversation is happening in the West about this stuff. I know there are a lot of bad players out there who just don't want gay, don't want black, don't want brown, don't want anything. And you've got that side of the extreme side of things. But then there's also this element of, well, you're just shoehorning it. And me and you are not fans of Sweet Baby Inc. for that reason. Because we feel like they just
fuck Sweet Baby Inc. I don't care about that.
Yeah,
this all-inclusiveness stuff, I'm just not down with, and it's not a particular thing. It's more for me. It's especially with the case of Spider-Man 2. It was the narrative. It was the story. It was the way it was written, and it was just like this man bad, this woman good. It was just really just out there, and I just did not like that kind of direction. But they want to sprinkle in a little fairy dust in a game. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
A little bit. Stop it. But yeah. But they can, yeah. So it is the question of how you integrate that stuff, and that stuff hasn't been integrated in a way that a lot of people like. Now you may say, "Oh, guys, that's just your bias because of this and that," and you can argue that. But I really think I do believe in the art form a lot in terms of how you deliver that. But at the same time, it is what it is. I don't think they're going to be that heavy-handed. I don't think they're going to be cutting out all that other extra stuff. And if they do start doing that, there's going to be a lot of negative press, especially if this acquisition layoffs follow this acquisition, where they start cleaning up house and start taking that out, and then they start removing stuff that the West can be very sensitive to.
I just, what though, Gaz? I just wish they would have taken over before Veilguard came out, and they really looked into Veilguard and they said, "You know what, Tosh, you're out of there," or just rewrite the character, because that was not it. That was horrible.
I mean, it's stuff that I'm playing. Fratanga plays his video here now, but you can't really hear it. It's I'm non-binary. this clip of his has been.
Fertanga says he's non-binary.
He doesn't say he's non-binary.
Oh, that's what I heard you say. So I don't know.
No.
He could be. I don't know. I'm not here to judge.
Yeah, no, he could be. You never know. I'm not here to judge either. But there is a conversation to be had there, and I think the West generally is starting to wake up to that. Again, don't misconstrue our words. What we're talking about is not that you represent, can't represent these marginalized groups. It's the manner in which I made a video on this where you do it and you shoehorn it, and it does the opposite. All it does is piss people off because you're not integrating it in any meaningful way, and it just seems like it just when it's
conflates. Forced. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Anytime you force something, it just never feels right. Yeah. Especially in a narrative heavy game. If you force something in there that just feels out of place, it's because it is fucking out of place. And it's like, why'd you do that? Like, just give us a good story. I don't care what somebody's sexual orientation in a game is. Like, I don't need to know that in a video game, to be honest. But if you need to put that in there in some way, make it be creative or actually fit the narrative. Like, this stuff is always just shoehorned in there, and you can tell it's forced. And it's just like, dude, this is why it's jarring. This is why gamers, 99.9% of gamers just don't care for it, because it's usually something that just doesn't flow well in the narrative. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the real problem with it. It's like, well, how are you telling that story? And the fact that you use Sweet Baby and a third party to come in here and consult means that you're not doing it organically internally through your teams, through your teams who have understood it. Really, very rarely does that work. But then there's a double-edged sword as well. Sometimes, remember the although I think this was massively overblown, the hard R controversy with Stellar Blade, but the Koreans didn't understand what that was. It was a random graphic that was splattered everywhere, and in one place they had that graphic there and they had to take it out. They had no idea. So that's kind of scenario where a lot of people are ignorant, and you're in a global market that could have helped them avoid that. So it is what it is. Generally, it depends on your viewpoint. On if you're more conservative in many ways, like me and you are, we will be kind of looking forward to that, that happening, that change happening. But at the same time, I'm also a bit more left-leaning in that I don't want the art form to be completely taken away. And
for sure,
you're not going to get over-stringent mullahs out there just going, haram! This is haram! Take it! Take it! The woman! I can see her shoulders finish! Kill it! No, you're not going to get that. So a lot of people are being a little bit just panicking over too much, and a lot of people in BioWare have said that. Apparently, a lot of people in BioWare, I'm like, get rid of them. Just get rid of them.
Get rid of them. Just get rid of them.
If anyone in BioWare, we saw what you did to Tosh. Get the fuck out of here. Get someone else. Give that IP to freaking CD Projekt Red. Can you imagine Mass Effect with CD Projekt Red if they dealt with it? I know they've got their hands full, but they like the dick. It's fine. They like the D, but they can do it properly. If they like the game, they just do it. They had posters everywhere with the woman with the whatever. It worked. It fit in the game.
It fit the narrative. It fit the time period. Everything. It fit. That's how you do it. You don't force it down somebody's throat. You don't freaking force a narrative that Case in point, I'm playing Veilguard, and everything's going good. I just come back from a mission. It forces me into this dialogue, this cutscene, where Tosh is sitting there saying that she doesn't feel comfortable in a dress. Why is that even pertinent to the story? I don't give a fuck. Just let me go kill shit. And they force you into listening to that, and it's like, why?
Yeah, why? I think it does the art a disservice. It really does. It really does. But then it quickly spills over to people who are quite either homophobic or whatever, or racist a little bit. And then there's this is precisely what my video was about, where we all have a different spectrum of views on these things. But the problem is the extremes on all sides dominate that conversation. So we may not like some of that stuff, but it's an art form. But then people just see anything who's black. They're like,
Can I just say this?
DEI.
Can I just say this? Yeah. Extremists on both sides are retarded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They are.
That was what my video was about. It was just like, this is just stupid. You got your grums, and you've got all that freaking grums idiots and the grifters there, and the Andy Pants or whatever his name is. I've seen his shit. And then you've got you've got the super freaking colorful hair people constantly. I won't mention their names. I used to watch my video, and they'll go in and just become a martyr for that stuff. And I'm like, well, like, there's a conversation to be had in the middle. But would I be upset when Saudi said to BioWare, get rid of this shit? No, but that's me personally. Don't expect other people to respect that view or hold the same view, but that's just life. It's just early days. Let's wait and see what happens with EA. It's not like EA was a bastion of positivity, like it was, exuding confidence.
I don't think. You know what? I really don't think that's why most people out there have taken this news kind of lightly, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nobody's really like, oh my God, I can't believe we let this happen, because people were tired of EA shit to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, let it ride. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all it is. It's just let's see how they play out. Chances are with the debt leveraging, it's going to be. I'm already on the sus side of things. I'm like, I don't know, but that I know I can definitely see the pressure being out there, killing out more. A lot of the ingenuity in there, or a lot of the creativity that could potentially happen. The chances are quite high when you have all that debt, $20 billion of debt that you want to recoup. So you're going to be aggressive. You're going to ask your teams to be aggressive, and you're going to double down on your sure things that have been proven money makers, like your FIFAs, your Maddens, and with Battlefield could be big. Could be huge, because everyone's expecting it to be massive. So then you can see the Saudis say, hey, Habibi, another Battlefield every year. They have Call of Duty every year. Why not? Why not, huh? Habibi, a Battlefield for real. Please give me more Battlefield. And you can see it. And you can see that happening. And you're like, no, don't annualize the shit, man. That's what killed COD, man, or turns it into shit. But this is a cycle for Call of Duty. What's up, Highlander Grim?
Highlander Grim.
0351. Have a great weekend, Gahaz and Fonzie says, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
for
man.
being a member as well. We got Daddy Passion Official says, Gaz, did you already get your digital ID? Talking about the Brit Pass, which is so funny.
Oh, man.
God, the end of the world.
Good luck with that shit.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Oh, my God. If that happens.
It's the mark of the beast. Get all kinds of crazy stuff going on. But you know what? I don't want no digital ID.
That's the end of everything. That is your civil liberties down the toilet.
But that's where everybody's kind of headed, it seems.
And you were making fun of China, people, and now
China.
You're here. And I trust the Chinese a lot more than I do.
You know what? So many people dig on China, but have you seen their freaking cities? They're like Shenzhen and oh my gosh, how ahead of the tech world they are.
They're in the future, man. I was like, holy shit,
literally
drones doing deliveries. Also, their cars are so far ahead of ours. It's insane.
Oh my gosh.
Parallel parks, they just go, they just park in like that. I was like, what?
Their suspension systems are just insane. Like,
they put a wine glass. You see that video when someone put a wine glass in? Just
and they just drove over the freaking speed bumps, and it was like nothing. Didn't move.
It's just like, they're crazy, man. Chinese. I remember I was working for a law firm where there was a predominantly Far East Asian client, so it was Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. And my personal assistant was Chinese, and she was really intelligent, actually. And she was just like, you don't know anything about China, man. I mean, I was talking about Shanghai. She goes, there are cities in China that completely dominate the GDP of European countries. I didn't know that. I checked out, but like, holy shit, that I haven't even heard of. And then she was showing me stuff on her phone, like the tech that they have, and I'm like, what the house? I'm like, what is this? We are getting murked. The propaganda here has completely given us the wrong
and we can pull it back to gaming here.
Yeah,
they're making great games lately too.
Absolutely, they're killing it as well. They're not worried about us crying about how big someone's tits are or all this stuff, or what is a woman and all this bollocks. They're just going ahead and just making their games. And they're massively successful. And that's not that. There is an element of there's a lot the other side of it as well. China has a lot of controls on there, and they have that social credit system in there. But when I talk to everyday Chinese people...
No. I'm not even talking about... I'm simply telling you that what they have in some of those cities is mind-blowing. That's it. That's the only reason why I bring it up. I'm like, man, they've got some cool ass shit over there. I would love to visit.
Yeah, man.
And then come home and live in a land of the free.
Bro,
it's at least the most free.
And the most free. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just... China is insane, man. I'll put it up on screen here, but it's just like you just walk around and you just this is Chongqing. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it looks insane. I've seen so many videos. My algorithm just suggests these, and it's just like future. Like there'll be mega cities with multiple floors and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And, you know, Saudi and the West also want to be there. But thank you, Danny, for derailing us. Fritanga is non-dietary, says Rambling Entertained. We saw his picture. He was a nice, plump little chap.
Oh, man, that thing is massively huge.
He is, man. He is massively huge. He goes, F TikTok. Yeah, TikTok just got bought out by the Israelis, so good luck with that. That's turned into their propaganda machine. But yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm biting my tongue on that. We have a lot of great conversations, don't we? Well, we have a lot of great conversations behind the scenes. I love it. I love it.
I wish we could actually make a podcast on that stuff, and that will definitely get us cancelled. So we've talked about that. That's the global marketplace changing. EA changing hands. Hopefully something positive. Hopefully if Saudis, you bring back Titanfall, bruv. Habibi!
Oh, dude.
Oh, my
That's
God.
the first game I screamed when people were saying, what do you want to see them bring back? I'm like, Titanfall.
Titanfall 3 needs to happen.
Titanfall 2 was one of the best single-player experiences and also had multiplayer with it, but man, what a great game that was all the way around.
Oh, my God.
Fantastic.
Bro, I love that game. I loved 1. I loved 2. I sunk hours and hours and hours into Titanfall, man. And Titanfall was just one of those rare gems that just EA let to die because they just released it in between Call of Duty and Battlefield.
No, because they're fucking stupid. That's why.
Yeah, they're idiots,
stupid.
Man. They're so stupid.
Sometimes you look at stuff and you're like, why do these companies do what they do? And I know they have their reasonings and stuff, but to a layman's person, to anybody out there that looks at the situation and you just look at, you know, what people say they want, and you're like, why aren't you doing that one thing that people are screaming for?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you still get that to this day with certain franchises out there.
All the time.
Even with Ubisoft, you've got people always screaming for Splinter Cell all the freaking time, man.
Yeah, and they're just gonna do a remake. It's like,
and then they do like these teases, and then they're like, well, we'll put a skin in Fortnite for you. It's like, no. Make the fucking game already.
Yeah, exactly. It's stupid. So everyone crying about like EA and stuff, and these big guys not doing anything. This is what's been happening now. How many years has it been since we had freaking Splinter Cell? You haven't had that for ages. Why is Titanfall 3 not a thing? It's just dumb. And hopefully that can come back. You might say, oh, well, this is the kind of project that Saudis might actually cancel. But it has been axed. It's not there. It's not been greenlit or anything. But hopefully, I don't know, something will change. I'm hoping. You know, the big thing is, because it's Saudi, it's private. It's not governed by shareholders like EA was before. So there's public shareholders. And that's the big one. That where you can have a massive advantage where you're not being... you're not beholden to these guys that are just behind the scenes going, make me more money. It's like, fuck you, shut up, sit back, we're making games. Like what we want to do our way.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the reason why the whole SBI stuff and all that other shit is happening, because of the shareholders and the public looking at it. Maybe that's what's made them a little bit more apprehensive about doing stuff. But now you put it private, it might change. Again, I'm not saying that. It will, yeah. At the end of the day,
we're hoping, though.
Yeah,
we're hoping.
We are hoping.
Hoping for change.
But one thing that's probably not going to change, Fozzarelli. Oh, Fozzarelli.
What's not going to change, bro? What is it?
I'll tell you what it is. It's Xbox stepping on rakes. That will never change.
Oh, never.
Oh my God. They are so utterly shit at just managing that gaming division. So this week, we had that big bombshell, have a video out on the channel, basically.
Which we collaborated on.
Yeah,
actually, we didn't collaborate, but it felt like it. You kept using little clips of me. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
I'm in it.
It was so good watching you check out Fozzarelli, but live solo, which you don't do. You never do that. But
I'm going to start doing that more often, I think. I think just, when big news comes out and I feel passionate about it, I'm going to speak on it because... a lot of people did enjoy it. So
yeah, a lot of people didn't, and
some people didn't though. But fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah, we know who that is. The video's on play on screen. I don't know why I've done it. It's just literally faces of people. But basically, it's Xbox has gone ahead and destroyed the one thing that people are holding on to about the positivity. So Xbox exclusivity went out the window. They bought ABK. They killed studios, and then they killed off, for me, the big one, Perfect Dark, which made me pissed about it. And now the only thing that was Game Pass. Now I haven't been subscribed to Game Pass since the earlier start of this year because of what Microsoft was doing in the Middle East. But last week I announced the tweet on show. I was like, you know what, Microsoft, they've taken some action. I feel a little less guilty now, even though Microsoft is everywhere in our phones and everything. A little bit guilty now to use Game Pass. I'm gonna resubscribe. And before I even had a chance, Microsoft took a giant shit on that idea.
Oh my gosh.
With this ridiculous price hike, whereby
50% higher, bro.
50% higher on the only tier that really matters. Let's be honest. I don't give me this bullshit. Oh yeah, but you got Ubisoft. Okay, we'll talk about that in a bit. But that's the only one that really matters.
We'll get into it.
The day and date. That was the thing.
I think we need to take it back a little bit about what you said with like Perfect Dark, for instance. The way they just pulled the plug on that. And then we found out that what they showed us, this little vertical slice of this trailer of gameplay and stuff, was all fake. It was all basically just made to show us that day, which blew my mind because I was like, you could have made that and made it look a hell of a lot better, because there was a lot of jank within that I was like, why does it look janky like that? Why does it look like an old game kind of... doesn't look anything fresh? But they literally made that just to show us nothing.
Yeah, it was
and so this goes on to a bigger picture. It's like, have they done this with any other game?
They always do it.
What about Fable? What about Fable? Fable, I keep hearing about how Fable might come out next year, might not come out next year. Was that what they showed? Kind of something they just made up?
Yeah.
At this point, they can't be trusted.
No.
I'm sorry, but that's the way I look at it. And I just see them now in a totally different fucking light. Not that I ever was an Xbox guy per se, but they've done so much damage and they've broken so much goodwill with me and with a lot of people in the community that I can't see why some people would even defend Xbox anymore with any of this shit. It's insane to me.
This is what I said in my video. Even if they did some sort of reversal, all this tells you about where their mindset is and where their feelings are. They should be treated, especially if you're a console gamer, because you are getting shat on in 4K, violent diarrhea all over you, because you've got the console gamers taking the brunt of the hit. But whereas the insulters are insane. The games are coming out on PlayStation. The enhancements for these games coincide with the release of the PlayStation versions of those games. That is a piss take. That is a serious piss take that they do that. And then you find out the console gamer that has to pay to play online, all this stuff has to stomach the biggest price hike. And now it's gone to a price point that is completely taken away from the value of it, because a subscription should be something that is cheaper. That's the whole point of a subscription.
Hold up, I got to stop Stone Patrol in the chat. Look, and Gaz, you can attest to this shit. He says, not that I was ever an Xbox guy. He says, the guy who I first saw on the Real Deal Xbox podcast, aka RDX. Come on now, Fonzie. Do you know why I was on that show originally? Because I was a PlayStation fucking guy. Dealer got me on that show because I was more PlayStation than I was Xbox. I've never held an allegiance, but I played way more on PlayStation than I ever did on Xbox. The entirety of that fucking show.
Yeah.
It was the very last couple of years I moved on to Xbox because I had more friends there to play with. But I was never a mouthpiece for Xbox. Never. Yeah. Matter of fact, Aaron Greenberg came on the show and I asked him a question and it pissed everybody off. And then he never came back onto the show again. Remember the whole thing about games going to $70? He was talking about Game Pass and they said, Game Pass is great. That's fine. But what about $70 games? Are you guys going to push to $70? They did not like that questioning
Because I ended up trying to push it to $80.
They told me not to. Yeah. But the thing is like, yeah, and about that, by the way, people are just being kind of ridiculous right now. If you're actually defending this $30 price hike, now, just a few months ago, everybody was on board about rallying against $80 games when they tried to push Outer Worlds to $80. It was like a bipartisan issue, like Sony guys, Xbox guys, we came together. No, don't do that. And they stopped. Okay, they went back to 70 on that game.
Yeah.
Do you really think they're not going to push their games to $80 now that they've got their Game Pass prices hiked up?
Who has any?
Hell no.
It's just biding time.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, it just gives them extra incentive to call this a value proposition. Because the way I look at Game Pass right now, it's no longer value, it's a luxury.
Yep.
It's a luxury at that price point. And you could say, and I will agree with this, do some people out there find value in this $30 Game Pass? Sure, of course. Some people will find value in anything. It's like one of those things where you can't just put yourself in that position, but they are in the extreme minority. Yep. Most gamers will look at that and say, that is not value, that is luxury now. It's just gotten to that point. I mean, you have even Paris out here talking about that. How he used to call it the best value in gaming, no longer does, because it's not. To the majority of gamers, it's not. I just heard him on.
Yeah.
I just heard that on Rand show yesterday. So that tells you something.
If Paris Lily can't say it's the best value in gaming, it is gone haywire. Paris. Tim Dog's coming for you. But yeah,
no, Tim Dog's not going for anybody. Tim Dog deactivated his Twitter account.
No. Did you not see he put a YouTube video that
he's back?
No. He made a YouTube video directed at Paris and then told Jada to share it. I didn't see that. He goes, hey, because Paris joked on Cole Eastwood's show. Cole Eastwood said that Tim Dog should run Xbox, and Paris Lily said, no, that's a bad idea. That rubbed Tim Dog the wrong way. So he made a video of him just like on YouTube, just like a short with the bloody Godfather music playing in the background. It goes, hey, you don't know anything about Xbox. I know. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Tim?
Yeah. I don't know. Shout out to Tim.
Shout out to the Tim, man. He's the reason this is all happening. Why are you giving him a shout out? He's his fault.
Xbox is king in your chat. Said Fonz gets a free high-end PC. I did. I got a free high-end PC. He's not like us. I'm fighting for you, dumbass. I want you to have your consoles at a lower price. What the fuck are you smoking? I am not one of the 1% who can afford, or actually, I take that back. Of course, most people can afford $30 a month for a subscription service. But do most people want to do it? Fuck no, because they have other priorities. People have bills. People have things to spend money on. Matter of fact, the majority of gamers out there, because I looked it up, you can look it up, it's on the ESA website, the majority of gamers, both PC and console gamers alike, spend $449 a year, and that includes accessories, consoles, hardware, and games. They spend $449 a month. Xbox wants you to spend 90% of that on Game Pass alone. Fuck that. That is ridiculous. That is expensive. There's no other way to slice it. It's expensive.
I mean, the thing is, a lot of people I say, oh, it's only $10 more. I'm like, what do you mean it's only $10 more? That's $10 a month. That just takes it away from, oh, this is really good value. How can I justify this? Are Xbox going to release 5 good first-party games in there, or are they?
Have they ever released 5 big $70 games that were actually fucking good? Really fucking good.
5
I don't remember.
In a year.
I don't remember. I can't tell you that. For me. No, this past year, Avowed? Fuck Avowed. Avowed sucked. That wasn't a great game. Indiana Jones wasn't for me. Quality title, don't get me wrong. Quality title, I give them that, but it wasn't for me. So, I mean, in that space, you have to look at it for yourself. Like, what are they giving you? How many games are you getting? But all these smaller games, Gaz, all these little games that you could literally buy right now on the Steam sale going on for like $3 and $4, that's not a value to me in a subservice like that at all. Yeah. I don't give a shit about those games. The reason why I signed up for Game Pass, and the majority of people did, was day ones. Yep. Big blockbuster day ones. And so far, they have yet to deliver on big blockbuster games at a consistent rate.
That's the word.
They've never done that in the past, 6 years that it's been out? 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. No, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Game Pass has been out a while. Yeah, some people loved Avowed, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying for me, it sucked.
Yeah.
And for the majority of the people, a lot of people out there didn't care for Avowed.
I didn't care for it. I didn't even try buying it or playing it. Yeah, so and
it didn't sell well.
It's the dynamic of Game Pass. You have it running in the background, and it felt like a steal. Like, okay, it's not going to hurt my wallet, and I don't really need to think about it that much. And if I get extra games, that's brilliant. I'm going day and day. I have the subscription running in the background. Now it's not that case. Now I could see myself perhaps subbing for like a month at most. I just turn it off and turn it back off. If I can, if there's a good couple of games coming out that month, I'd be like, oh, that's a good shout. But I think you're right. I think you hit the nail on the head there. What this is going to do, and you could see the Xbox guzzlers going to repeat this narrative easily. You can see it from a mile away. When they do make the games $80, you're like, oh, well, now, hey, it's bad.
Yeah.
But Game Pass is a lot more valuable now because games are $80.
And that's what they're going to do. And it's still going to alienate people because $80 is too expensive for a lot of people out there to spend on games day one. So they won't buy it on day one. A lot of people will just wait, including myself, because I refuse to even pay $70 for games still. I did that the one time with Ragnarok, and I've regretted it ever since. And now I go to websites and I buy them for $10 cheaper. Like, I don't sit there and buy $70 games. It's just not my thing.
On PC,
Matter
you
of
rarely
fact,
do that.
most people, it's not just PC. I was doing that even on console.
All right.
When I was on console. But the thing is like, what you have to understand is a lot of these people would just assume, well, it's just $10 a month. That's like, a Starbucks coffee or whatever. I can afford that. But at the end of the day, you are still spending 50% more than you were spending on gaming the year prior. And that stuff adds up, man. And that's what you have to do. And you have to look at this long term, because this play isn't just about that extra $10 on Game Pass. The play is a lot larger than that. Microsoft is definitely looking at pushing the consoles out of existence at a lot faster rate by doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
They want out, Gaz. And for people, for you, Xbox is king. You're like, well, you have a PC. You want that lower end console or that lower price console? It's fucking gone. They're not going to be making consoles very much longer. The next console that is supposed to come out, that thing is going to be high priced, and they're not going to make very many of them because they know themselves it's not going to fucking sell. Gaz, they've already stopped production on the Series X's. They've already stopped production on those.
They don't want anyone to buy those. They put the price up like ridiculously.
They can't afford to, nobody can afford them. That's why Costco and other retailers are kicking them out of stores. They're not in catalogs this year for your Christmas catalogs. They're just not. Nobody wants to buy an Xbox because they're too fucking expensive. And yes, I will say this, the mind share is PlayStation or Nintendo. That is the mind share when it comes to consoles.
That's what happens when you lose your exclusives. Why would you buy an Xbox console now? It makes no sense. You talk about PlayStation, like, fair enough, they brought Helldivers and they'll have a much slower release of their exclusivity going away. Well, with Xbox, what's the difference? In fact, now as a PlayStation or whatever gamer, you could be like, well, I'll wait for the definitive edition on PlayStation, because then that seems to coincide with the release of all the upgrades anyway. Come on.
And I'm sure now that you're on your PC more often, you will get this pushback too. Why do you guys care? You're on PC. Because it affects the entire fucking industry. Every time things go up, these price hikes, it affects the rest of the fucking industry.
Yeah.
Game prices go up. That happens. That is going to be a direct result of this with Xbox. Mark my fucking words.
Yeah.
$80 games are coming to you guys, and you guys are going to fucking shill for it, defend it. Well, it's the economic times, and they're promoting. How many times have we heard that these guys are making the most profits they've ever made? How many times do they have to fucking come out and tell you that?
A day before the price hikes, we got an article being shared by Sarah Bond, waxing lyrical to journalists that there's a $5 billion profits, there's a profit-generating thing, and all the Xbox guys were like sharing that out, like, yeah, look at that, it's profit sustainable. Bam! Next freaking day, they increased it by 50%. What? How do you justify that? Either Sarah Bond's lying, or it is profitable and they're just murking you.
No, it's profitable. They're just greedy. Yeah. And you know what they know? You know what they know, guys? I hate to say it this way, but you guys that are defending it, they know that you console guys that defend it will bend over even harder for them.
Yep.
You will take whatever they give you. You're going to take an extra 10 inches because you deserve it, because you defend this shit. Period. I'm sorry. This is the way it's going. They've been shafted. Now that I'm on PC, I look back and I go, I've been shafted all those fucking years I defended consoles. I thought, man, that shit. Now that I look at it, I'm like, I had to pay for online for so many fucking years. You know how much money that is? You know how much money an extra $10 a month will be after 5 fucking years? Like, it's, guys, you are getting shafted. You're getting manipulated. They are going to fuck you even more. And it's coming, and you're going to take it raw. You're going to take it raw. And I know it. All these guys that defend it, you're going to take it raw. I am proud of my console brothers and sisters that aren't defending it. Thank you. You guys are smart. You guys understand you're being manipulated and you're getting the fuck out. Many of you have DM'd me and saying, Fonz, guys that have been around in this community since I've been around 7 years, I know are diehard Xbox guys, are telling me this is the last straw. I'm gone. I know they're going to fuck me over even more. And to them, you're being fucking smart.
Absolutely.
Good job for you. The rest of you defending this shit, you're being ignorant. You're being fucking ignorant, man. And I'm being nice. But God, all these Xbox content creators, by the way, you fucking Xbox content creators that are so pro fucking Xbox. I don't care. All of you that are so pro Xbox that'll never shit on fucking Xbox, you guys are insane. And you know what's funny about that? No, you're not insane. You guys are fucking smart. You guys are smart because you know there's a ton of these guys that will feed you money, that'll give you those super chats that are coming in. You guys know what the fuck you're doing. You don't really believe it, but you yourself are manipulating your fucking audience. I know what the fuck you're doing. Damn. You guys are manipulators just like your fucking daddy Xbox. I'm telling you right now, that's what's happening in the community, and it's fucking easy to see. That's why when you come to my show, not a lot of people show up to my show. You know why? Because I don't suck off Xbox, and most of my subscribers are Xbox guys, or were. So, yeah, I don't get a lot of views because I don't suck them off every chance I get just so I can collect $1 from somebody. It's fucking gross. Like, you know what? Do what you do, though. That's your hustle. But to the rest of you that watch it and send them money, you're a fucking loser because you're fucking spending shit while they're manipulating your ass. It's hilarious. Fucking hilarious to me. And I don't care because I can't get canceled. I'm fucking retired. I don't have a job you can call and fucking say, hey, get this man retired. Get him fired, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you the truth. This is the honest truth. You're going to get it from me. Fonz don't fucking lie to you about the gaming industry. They're not my friends. Neither are these content creators that are fucking you over. That's it.
Habibi! Yalla, Habibi! The anger, the passion, the truth.
Passion, not anger.
Filtered, delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Septic Sauce and
Neon Swan says who? Any Xbox content creator that will not criticize Xbox. That's who. Any, it doesn't matter. Any content creator that will not criticize Xbox. You know them. You don't have to ask who. It's anybody that won't criticize them. I criticize everybody. PlayStation, Xbox, PC if it's warranted. I will criticize. But that doesn't sell. What sells is these guys just sucking these corporations dry for the lemmings out there that love to rah-rah their fucking brand. That's what sells. That can't be me. Sorry, can't be me.
Oh my God,
can't
it's
be
so
me.
cathartic. Just listen to you.
You love it though, because am I lying? Am I lying?
No, you're saying the things I want to say. I just love it. You're just saying it so
oh,
well.
you can't say? Are you saying you can't say it? You can say it.
Fucking time.
These guys are manipulating them. Are they not? Are they not manipulating these people?
Of course they are. You're talking to me, bro. I'm telling you. These guys fucking, they bought their channels, get these people on there sucking the dick. I told you. Did you hear my freaking video? They're fucking bleeding green and drinking white. They're fucking goggling on that semen so rawly. What do you mean? I'm the one saying it. And it cost me subs, it cost me views, but it's what's the point?
it's yeah, dude, it's decimated my channel. My channel has gone backwards. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. Like,
this is the whole point of being truthful.
What I love is the hobby. I love gaming. I love this hobby, and I love podcasting. I love doing this, but at the same time, I'm not going to lie to my audience to make a fucking dollar. I'm going to be my true self and tell you how it is from my perspective. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to agree with every opinion I have. But if you could respectfully come to a show, listen to what I have to say, and I listen to what you have to say, and we can be civil about it, fine. That's awesome. But these guys, there's so many people out there that sit there and go, man, Xbox can't do no wrong. Fucking Xbox, they will never tell the truth. They see that income coming in. They see all those super chats and they're like, yeah, Team Xbox. So they have to stay that course. They cannot deviate. They cannot fucking deviate. You know who was good at this too? Fucking Dealer Gaming. He did not fucking lie to his audience. When he critiqued fucking Xbox, he was being real about it. Yeah. That's why he made a real deal Xbox podcast. Yeah. He at least did that shit. Dude, there's just so many fucking podcasts, just so much noise out there talking about, it's just $10. It's just $10 a month. They're not even fucking telling you the truth that, yes, there are impacts to this that'll go much further than fucking Game Pass. They won't tell you that.
But your co-host...
My own co-host won't do it. Exactly. But that's why, look, two reasons why I have Hargeet on my show is one, he's a friend, and two, he's a bot. And I don't have to agree with everything he says, and we can argue about it on the show. I prefer that rather than having somebody just sitting there just saying, yep, you're right. You're 100% right. And that's also what these guys do. These master manipulators to their audience. They surround themselves like that. They do.
That's the whole point of those conversations. Why people get annoyed. I invite King Thrash or Porter Rock or all these people. Blaze I had last week. What's the point? You have an echo chamber just talking that shit. The format is straightforward. 10 minutes of it's really bad. It's really bad. But these and then it's already there's stage 5 in record time. I'm like, bruh.
And by the way, I have to say this too. The reason why I'm kind of going at some of these content creators is they are part of the problem with what is going on at Xbox, because you help manipulate an audience that already doesn't get it, and they're just believing whatever Xbox says. And when you continue that facade that Xbox is just pro-consumer, they're doing the right thing. Oh, look at this. They're giving you 50% more, so you're getting charged 50% more. It's very disingenuous to your audience. And that part of it, I think, is fucking gross. I think it's fucked up. But they're going to do that because they're hustling. I know what they're doing. That's their hustle. But I'm trying to speak to the people, their audience. They are fucking manipulating you.
That's strong words from Fonz, and Danny Passion Official agrees because Fonz 100%. The polls always have similar results. And I like 9 Lives as an option. We were talking about this the other day. 9 Lives says Microsoft needs to sell off Xbox. We need change. Thank you. Sell it. Saudis buy the Xbox division. I think they're too ingrained now with everything. They really are making quite a lot of money, especially on PlayStation. And I think the reason why all this is happening, Fonz, really the price hike and this, I'm telling you, people disregard this. Xbox has no loyalty to you. You went there, and we all backed Xbox with the ABK merger and all of that, and then immediately after it completed, instantly went third party. And most of you then start to, as soon as Helldivers 2 came to PlayStation, the exclusivity is great, going away is great, and look at it right now. There's no value proposition for an Xbox. I don't mean you disagree on the exclusivity front, but I will say this. Xbox is doing all of this because they found their primary audience, and it's PlayStation. Those guys buying your games in massive numbers, despite all the noise on Twitter, they love Xbox games. Don't even fall for the narrative. PlayStation guys are worse than Xbox guys, actually. I'll be honest with you. They're also just big corpo shills, But what they say.
Oh, for sure they are.
100%. And the same thing with their podcast, all of that. Today we're seeing, I've been seeing, oh, this is fucking hilarious. Lina Khan has come out of nowhere because she feels she got absolutely humiliated.
Trying to be a hero when she's not is fucking stupid.
And you saw all the fucking single-digit IQ freaking PlayStation lemons come out and go, oh, look at that. Lina Khan was right. Lina Khan got embarrassed so bad that even on the merits of her own case, she mishandled that so atrociously that she got absolutely just blasted out of court.
But to be honest, Xbox did lie. They did lie.
About what
they said they wanted to compete. They didn't want to compete. They wanted to take
100%.
over. They wanted to become that. I believe that from the very get-go, going after ABK, they wanted to become the biggest third-party publisher. It was never about competition against PlayStation. It was always about putting our games everywhere. That was I guarantee you, no matter what they said in court, all that shit was just bullshit fluff. This has always been the case. That one, they wanted to become the biggest third-party publisher, and two, they want to get out of the hardware business, and they are slowly doing that. Actually, it's on the fast track of doing that now.
Yeah,
it's happening very quickly. Once this next console comes out, I believe they're going to make very limited numbers of this hybrid PC console, and it's going to be expensive because they know it's not going to sell. But what it also does, though, because it's a PC console hybrid, it's going to acclimate people to PC. And get them to go, oh, I should just get a PC next. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or I could play Game Pass through cloud, all this bullshit. But anyways,
it's not the same anymore.
They want to get. This is not the traditional Xbox company anymore. They're not the same. This is not what we've seen in the past.
This is the whole point. Yeah, this is the whole point. The Xbox that we wanted back with Phil Spencer at that helm, with Xbox Series X and S, this is their one chance. Now they've got all these studios that are going to do what they're going to do. They bought Bethesda and ZeniMax. They got the studios now. They can really. Can you imagine a landscape where these fucking games were exclusive, where Xbox was the Western RPG freaking powerhouse? It had Doom that was exclusive. It had Fallout that was exclusive. Had all these games that were exclusive. What PlayStation?
I'm going to tell you something why it wouldn't work.
It would have worked amazing.
It's because, no, it wouldn't work.
Why wouldn't it?
Because, let me tell you, the people at Xbox can't run shit. We've seen that for the last 5 years.
Okay. Yeah,
even with the acquisition, they are fucked. Like the management there, I'm sorry, they are fucking just not good at doing their jobs. Obviously, it's been in such disarray. They've gotten rid of studios and stuff that had potential. They've done good things in the past, but they just can't manage all these studios. And that is the fucked up part. That is why it would never work. They honestly, becoming the big third-party publisher is about the best thing they can do at this point because they're not selling consoles, and this is what the people that are defending. This is what it makes me so infuriated. That's why I'm so passionate on it. It's not anger, it's passion. You guys want these consoles, and I do too. I want consoles to be out there for people that can't afford the high-end PC or can't afford a PC maybe even at all. I want affordable consoles so people can continue gaming. But you guys are fighting against that by defending this bullshit that is just pushing the consoles out to begin with. It's insanity. But
I will say on the on the leadership point, okay, so I don't know what's going on. Xbox is crazy. On the record, Aaron Greenberg is a really nice guy. Met him at Gamescom. He's
Aaron's
really
a really great guy. Phil's a great guy. Sarah's a great woman. Jason's a great guy.
But look at this.
But they're not our friends.
Aaron Greenberg is not our friend. He follows me. We follow each other on Twitter. He's safe. But at the same time, look at his picture, bruv. He's got Xbox Helldivers 2, and he's got these two couples. He's got PlayStation logo and Xbox. Why did you put the PlayStation logo on the man and Xbox on the woman, bro? He's saying to get dominated by a muscly guy, and the woman is fucking Xbox. Are you fucking taking the piss, bro? This is such
but I mean, all these nice guys and gals that work there doesn't mean they know how to run the company well. That is the problem I'm having with Xbox, and this is why the whole Lina Khan thing is funny to me, because it's like, if they would have never got ABK guys, guess what? Xbox the entirety of Xbox, not just their consoles would be going away, the whole division would be going away.
Yeah.
They would not be a thing in the near future if they did not get ABK.
Exactly. That point about how Lina Khan thing is so fucking stupid. People are falling for it's all the PlayStation guys, and finally they got literally got a B-Tech, hardly any qualifications, sat there just mouthing off. Lina Khan got absolutely battered. Now she's saying, look at the price hikes. This is all because of Microsoft.
Everybody's
from Sony,
doing it.
they increased their PlayStation. Didn't even offer you anything. At least Xbox is pretending to. What the frick is PlayStation do? They just
it's not just against Xbox here. It's the whole industry that's being greedy as fuck. From Nintendo, Sony.
Nintendo, the one who brought the $80 thing then. Oh no, fucking Xbox is the reason why that happened. And every fucking disingenuous little scrote who got absolutely backhanded because the ABK deal that wasn't supposed to go through because you were listening to all your freaking little experts, and we always said it was going to go through. It went through. Lina Khan went to court. She lost, and then apparently she has a good case now. And because Xbox, I'm not saying that Xbox didn't have Lina Khan, you dumb. Listen, Xbox didn't even put forward the exclusive its third partiness in the court. That's the funny part. Lina Khan wouldn't even have a leg to stand on because Xbox is third party. They're not segregating or alienating an audience. These are the arguments that she relied on in court. Xbox did the opposite. They freaking released these games out to everyone on all platforms. So so she's just come in here trying to save face. And she just got murked. And all these Xbox, all these PlayStation guys come in and go, Lina Khan, yeah, you were right. Even though you got absolutely destroyed in court. Talking stupid. And you're absolutely, and I said the same thing. If you think Xbox is in a state now, imagine without ABK. What would happen to Xbox?
Yep.
They'd be finished even faster, and the PlayStation guys know it, and that's why they hate ABK, because ABK is the reason why Xbox is pot committed for $70
That's why they're making big profits right now, is because of ABK.
Absolutely.
Because the rest of their fucking studios are sitting on their fucking hands. I mean, they're not being managed right. There's something going on there. Perfect Dark gone. Fucking the whole studio's gone. The Initiative was supposed to be this big quadruple A fucking studio.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Yeah, exactly. What happened to that?
To the defense force out there on the Xbox side. What happened to the Initiative, man? Can you not look at the situation and go, that's Xbox's fault? That is all Xbox. That's on Xbox.
We'll not talk about that. The guys, Zaid is like, it's so cringe with multiple O's that you guys are talking bad about Lina Khan when this has happened. Did you not learn anything? This is the thing. You guys don't have a fucking brain.
No,
you didn't understand the court case. You didn't have the strength of her arguments. What is the strength of her argument? What is ABK the reason why Nintendo introduced the $80 price tag? Is ABK the reason why PlayStation increased the price of its hardware or increased the price of its PlayStation Plus? But no one gives a shit about PlayStation Plus because it's shit. So that's the only reason why. But Xbox, because it was such a good deal that we are talking about it. The whole industry saw mass layoffs, entire AA's, AAA's, indies, all of it. And you're going to be like, oh, but Lina Khan was right. If Lina Khan was so right, she would have put a better case in court. And she got absolutely murked. And now you guys are just falling for that rhetoric as well. And it's all the single-digit IQ PlayStation lemmings going out and saying this. And it's like, all right, here we go with the revisionist history. And fair enough, Xbox, in terms of not consolidation, in terms of the negativities of it, there always been two sides of it. But it's Xbox. That's the problem. Xbox can't manage their affairs. Not at all. They can't marketing. Outer Worlds coming out in a couple of weeks. When is Outer Worlds 2 coming out? Have you seen any marketing for that? Nothing at all. Same problems alive. They just don't give a shit. And now they'll give less of a shit because they've got PlayStation to supplement this income now. Before, it was fighting tooth and nail to make sure Xbox had an identity in a very competitive market, in areas and markets where it was secluded.
They've never recovered from 2013. Never.
Absolutely.
They've never.
Absolutely, they didn't. And Phil Spencer literally came out and said it. We lost the worst generation we ever did. Yeah, well, fucking great. And then you had a second chance. Don't chat shit, Phil. When it came to the start of this generation, you even fucking sent an email internally to Satya. I'm feeling really good about our hardware. We've seen the PlayStation release and we've got a really good lineup. And you couldn't even fucking get a first party game to release with the launch of your console that was supposed to be a redemption arc for your freaking console. I don't fuck. This is what I'm saying. This is Xbox. It's incompetence galore. And I've covered it for loads of time. Call me the Xbox guy because I take the piss out of PlayStation. How much have we talked about it? But this right here should show you that Xbox console gamers, you are not the priority. And Xbox is treating it like it's the other arms. Like, pleasure.
Yeah. I mean,
it's stupid.
You know, and I love the way it's, you know, this $10 price hike to Game Pass has kind of stirred this conversation about how much more they're giving you, which most of the gamers really don't give a shit about. Fortnite Crew, they don't give a shit about old Ubisoft games. That's not why they signed up for Game Pass. It's just not. And then you've got people that are trying to, you know, talk about how they're giving you all that plus 75 new games to come in with, you know, throughout the year. What games? What fucking games are they talking about? Nobody even fucking knows. But they just tell you that, and it makes you go, oh, yeah, we're getting more. Where? Where are they going to grab 75 new fucking titles? Unless these are games that are fucking, they're counting Ubisoft Classic games. I don't know. Like, what? Where are they going to pull these out of their ass? And then you got speculation from some people. My own co-host, Hargeet, I'm sorry. Dude, I love you, but why? Why would you say you think it's acquisition season? Why would you say that could be where these 75 games are coming from? That is crazy talk. Crazy talk, brother. Dude, I saw that and I was like, what?
I leave Hargeet alone.
Now, I love Hargeet, but that is just not the way. I mean, I even talked to him in a party chat and he tried to give me the why on why it's going up to $30. And I stopped him right away and I said, hey, the why doesn't fucking matter. What matters to most gamers is that it went up fucking 50%. That's it. They look at that price and they go, fuck that. I'm not paying that. That is what's going on there. And rightfully so. And for you guys in the chat, there's several people that are like, oh, you guys are talking like ponies. You're scared of Game Pass. How am I scared about something that's fucking dying, man? Game Pass is not it. This price is not fucking it. This is the start. I said it on my show, and I have a few days to think about it and shit, and I still am sticking with it. This is the start of the demise of Game Pass because it's too fucking expensive for the majority of gamers. Let that sink in. I didn't say that some people might not find value. The 1% of you, maybe, but it is too expensive for most people to pay. Doesn't mean they can't afford it. Doesn't mean that it means they're not willing to pay $30 fucking for a service that's not giving them what they fucking promised to begin with.
Chat, you better fucking smash the like button no matter where you are. Come on, man. This is you're not gonna get this anywhere else. But shout out to Huggy.
You'll get it on my show.
Yeah, you will. You're not having
it on my show.
What show? There's no show. You're not doing one.
I had it the other day. I did one the other day. Yeah, you'll get it on my show.
Paris Gaz, buy me a Game Pass up in the chat.
I'm just saying, you know, Paris said it very well on Rand's show.
Yeah.
It's just that it becomes a point where it's just most gamers out there, I'm just paraphrasing, but most gamers out there just aren't going to look at this and look at it like it's something of value. It's more of a luxury item. It really is. It's a luxury service more than it is a value service anymore. Yeah. $30. We were talking about this, me and Hargeet, last year on my show, and I was like, you know, what would you pay? And I think we both came up with maybe $23. Hargeet might have said 25 or 27 or something. But you know, that's him. And it's even more than he thought he would pay for. And now suddenly it's okay. It's okay for him. It's okay for other people to spend that much, $30 for a service. And I'm like, no, this is just, I thought that,
well, the mass
I knew that they would.
Cancellations, man, that's the evidence. The whole fucking website went down.
Yeah.
Because people are trying to cancel it. That is insane. You saw the web traffic spike at cancellations. People couldn't even get in to cancel. They just rushed in to cancel. There'll be record levels of people leaving this. So,
and what's sad is they did all this, it's obvious, right before COD.
Hey, right
That's
before Call of Duty,
why they did this
Call of
right
Duty.
before Call of Duty.
And then the next day they had a full screen ad on your Xbox to announce the Merkish. I was like, yo, amazing.
And the funny part about that is they see, I mean, Xbox especially, they look around social media, they see the YouTube videos, they see what people are talking about. A lot of people are excited for Battlefield 6. And this is something that it's not going to kill COD. I'm not one of those guys. Oh, it's a COD killer. COD is too big to fail like that, for sure. But I will say that it is going to put a dent into COD. It is going to grab a lot of people over to that side to play that game initially or whatever. It's going to hurt some initial sales for sure. And I think this is one of those ways they were like, hey, if we make them spend an extra $10, they're not going to leave because they're going to want to play COD. And they've got more people playing the game on Game Pass. They're getting more money. They're just being greedy. And I'm just like sitting there going, man, this is going to have more of an impact than people think. It's a lot bigger than just $10 a month. It's higher price games coming. It's going to be the future of your consoles. It's just a bigger impact. Long term, it's not good.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think many people can. Well, few will defend it, but many aren't defending it, and that's where they've just killed the value proposition of this service. And it's gonna be hard to trust Xbox, even if they, which I don't think is going to happen, did a U-turn and reverse this. Like it felt like the Xbox Games with Gold price hike. That was so much vitriol that within 24 hours they did a U-turn. But this was a lot more comprehensive with the introduction of their tiers. They've taken, and they just muddied the waters with the tiers as well. So I don't think there's any, and I don't think Microsoft, they knew it. They don't even bother. Just Phil Spencer's hiding. He's probably playing Diablo now, like he did before. Every time there's a crisis, he's just sat there at home playing his game and just hiding away from all that noise. But it is what it is. Jax82, thank you so much for the $2. He goes, this is for Fonz. Preach. Thank you. Rambling Entertained. Yeah, Fonz is bringing the sauce today, and I love it. I'm so glad I got you on today. Rambling Entertained with the 5 goes, Lina Khan's best case was pricing and Linux support, and she focused on protecting exclusivity against the one platform that goes as hard as Nintendo. That is that's so well said. Thank you, Rambling, for that.
Yeah, and for people thinking that, I'm so against consoles. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I still own consoles. I just don't.
Oh, I play my Switch too a lot, actually. Funnily enough, but that's the only one I play. I don't Xbox.
As a matter of fact, that's what I've always, when I started doing YouTube, it was always, my whole basis was about consumers first. It was never about a corporation. It was never about, oh, you need to love Daddy Phil or Xbox or PlayStation. It was always about, hey, look out for this shit. You're being manipulated here. That's the kind of stuff I would talk about. And I still do to this day, but people just, they don't tune in. They don't listen to me. Or they look at my co-host and they go, oh, well, he's a bot, so Fonz must be a bot. No.
I could send free memberships. I didn't even know I could do that. I just sent free. You can send free.
What?
You can gift free memberships.
Really?
I didn't know that.
That is so awesome.
10.
Nice.
Shout out to Fuzzy Magnum,
That's cool.
Danny and Games. I didn't know you could do that.
I was going to charge your card. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Microsoft showed them how to do that.
Yeah. Game Pass was always ass and just started to be good. Game Pass was really good for a while, Miley. But this year it was really good. But this year,
what'd you play on Game Pass this year? Oh, I want to know.
Game Pass.
Game Pass. What'd you play on Game Pass?
I played. I played Indiana Jones this year.
Yeah, you did like that.
Expedition 33. Then as soon as that came out, I boycotted it. So I booked it early on because of the Israel-Palestine thing.
See, that's 2 games.
No, but I would have played Wu Chang.
So imagine,
I would have played quite a bit actually. It really did hurt me. And I didn't play Blueprints, things like that. There's loads of games.
Would you have played? Okay, would you have played $6 $70 blockbuster games in Game Pass this year?
No, I wouldn't. But I've got Call of Duty coming out. I've got Outer Worlds 2 as well.
Yeah. But here's the thing about Call of Duty, right? I don't understand the whole notion about how
I'm not buying it now.
No. But if people really like Call of Duty and they buy it every year and they're within Game Pass and they think, oh, I'm just going to get this in Game Pass. It feels like it's free. Well, with this extra $10 a month, if you think about it, if you just play a few games a year plus Call of Duty, it's really not enough because you're going to play Call of Duty for consecutive months. That will add up. By the time you pay for it, like if you play Call of Duty only for 3 months, you might as well have just bought the game.
Yeah.
You didn't need Game Pass for that. If you play it for 4 months,
I've bought shit ton of, I mean, I'm not that worried. Like, I'm a slightly different.
No. I'm just trying to break it down more for people because some people just
Game Pass this year. Absolutely, this was a tough year. I mean, I didn't like Avowed. Fair enough. That was a me thing.
Didn't like South of Midnight. Yeah.
Well, I played that because of Game Pass. In fact, before the Game Pass ran out, I wanted to complete that. And that was I thought it was shit. But yeah, it is what it is. But I wouldn't have. That's the kind of thing that Game Pass isn't necessarily for games that you enjoy. It's games that you would try, play, complete that I wouldn't want to do.
That's the issue I take with people who always put this value on these tiny games that are within Game Pass that they would never know about anyway. You'd be playing something else regardless. Like these little tiny games that are within Game Pass are those things that are just like, oh, I was surprised by this.
That's a good thing.
You would never know about this, but you wouldn't know about this stuff anyway. Like had you not had Game Pass, you would avoid buying that regardless. Like all the time I hear, I wouldn't have bought. No, I would have bought this game. No, people say I wouldn't buy this game, but because of Game Pass, I tried it and I liked it.
That's great. Okay,
that's fine. You could say you like the game or whatever, but what I'm implying is that even if you didn't have Game Pass, you wouldn't try that game. You wouldn't buy that game. You'd be playing something else anyway. Like it's not the real reason why you get Game Pass. That's like an additive, like a kind of an extra side piece. But that's for most gamers, I feel are like me. They buy into, you get all the big blockbuster games from Xbox day one. You get more games that are, bigger games day one in Game Pass. That's what you're expecting.
Yeah,
these tiny games, those are just.
No, but okay, I agree with you that a lot of people primarily get Game Pass for the big day one day. That's a given. But
if they're not there, my question then is, if they're not there for the people that want those big blockbuster games, all these little ones.
No one's going to subscribe.
They're
just
really
for those.
not there. Yeah, they're not.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
that's my point.
Oh yeah,
that's my point.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't subscribe to Game Pass with the view that there will be an indie game that I will just happen to enjoy, or a AA or whatever triple A that surprises me. That doesn't happen. My mate was subscribed to Game Pass, and shout out to my mate Dean, and I was like, "You're on Game Pass, right? You have to try Claire Obscure's Expedition 33." And he's like, "All right, if it's on Game Pass, I'll try it." I don't think he would have bought it unless I had sold it to him or he had to do research. And I
bought it because it looked amazing and I loved it.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's so much shit that he's quite jaded with that stuff. Like everything looks good on paper, but is it actually good? I guess with Expedition, I'm notorious for getting my friends to buy games and then we just abandon those games. So I have that stigma.
Yeah, I had Danny Passion Official was on my show the other night, and he said himself, like he was paying for Game Pass for those games, the big games, but also to try these other games. He said now for $30, trying these other games ain't worth it. It's
Danny just gifted 5 and he goes, damn, I got manipulated. I didn't say it's free for you. I'm saying it's free for me as the channel owner.
Oh, Danny.
He just paid for 5 membership. Thank you, Danny. I didn't say that it was free for you,
bro. Oh, boy.
But thank you for the 5 memberships.
Oh.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, who is that guy? Sorry, Dad. That is not what I meant.
Man.
I didn't want you to.
I feel bad. I'm sorry for the...
Oh,
Danny.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Danny.
To make it up to somehow. Yeah, look. One of the good side effects of Game Pass was playing the smaller games that you would really like. But all that has kind of gone away because, like you were correctly saying, the main enticing factor is those big games. And that's the draw. Mm-hmm. That's the draw. The other thing is a side effect. That's the nice positive of that. It's exploration.
Cherry
stuff.
on top.
It felt like, the Game Pass felt like almost like and this is why it had such a big impact, is because it felt like a thing within itself with Xbox. Like it fostered a community. If it was on Game Pass, everyone was playing it. So the player numbers were really good. With Game Pass is a game that people were looking forward to. All you and your friends, all of you knew you were covered. Because Game Pass
again, you know what? It's crazy though that they come out with this whole $10 more they spout something about 75 games coming into the thing within the year, and they don't tell you anything about that.
Yeah.
And they literally had nothing to show for this $10. Like, hey guys, this is what you're getting, besides the Ubisoft Classic and Fortnite Crew. And to me, that tells me they just can't read a room. They don't understand their customer, because Ubisoft Connect and Fortnite Crew isn't something that most Game Pass gamers would subscribe to Game Pass for. They just wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's weird. You're making us spend for that, and also the cloud gaming. That's one point that Hargeet has that I completely agree with. Cloud is expensive, so you're paying for cloud as well. But who fucking asked for it?
It's not like
some people want it.
GeForce
Sure.
Now. If it was as good as GeForce Now, then there would be a different conversation. But it's not.
No, and that's the thing. It's like, if you could have made a new tier and added the cloud and all this other bullshit in there, fine. Try to sell that. But leave what Ultimate was for the rest of the people that enjoyed it, because now you've alienated so many people or priced them out to the point where you've just got cancellations up the wazoo. I can't tell you like what's going to happen. You know.
Well, did you hear about the Xbox readying its cloud gaming with ads? Is going to release a new.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What do you think about that?
A free tier.
Free.
Yeah, look, it's free. Like if you're
a horrible experience.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. I don't care for it, but again, I don't even care for the cloud that they have. GeForce, I played GeForce before quite a bit before I got my PC. I loved it. GeForce Now was actually legit. It was really good. With non-competitive games, you couldn't even feel the latency. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And they were running on like 3080s at the time, so it was really good.
That now to 4080s.
Yeah, now it's
4090s or something like that. It was crazy.
It was 4080s. Sorry,
4080.
they were running on 4080s. Yeah. Now they might be on 5080s. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
But
Danny was joking. Thank you. But yeah, but that's. Let me do a poll. All this time we've been talking about it. I need to see what the chat is thinking. What should the question be framed as? Is Xbox Game Pass now worth it? I guess.
And are they promising 75 more games every freaking year? Like, how can you sustain that?
I don't have any trust on that.
That's what I'm saying.
That could mean
they can't even tell you when their games are going to come out, if they'll be on time. Like, there's things that happen. Like, how can you guarantee people you're going to have this amount of games coming throughout the year? I don't see it.
They could even do their like whole 4 games that are coming out, and then the first party titles they're all split. You want me to expect to believe 75, but you couldn't even deliver those 4 games in the next 12 months. Remember that?
That's my point.
Game showcase. I don't trust that. That could mean anything.
No.
75. Like, what does that mean? 75 games mixed with indie, says Chill Ray. Maybe. I don't know. The poll is scathing. Scathing results. 80% saying it's not worth it. Game Pass is not worth it.
No, the majority of the people out there, because I've seen some people say, I haven't seen much pushback or defense anyway on this situation. I don't think the defense force is all that big. No. It's just in our small community and within the Xbox community, there is those bigger content creators that, again, manipulating their audience, trying to tell them that they don't critique Xbox for anything. Those types of people, yes, you're going to get some of those, and you're going to get their fans that believe everything Xbox says. They're going to think that this is still a great value, but they are in the extreme minority. They really are on this. Because if you go to Reddit threads, you look around the internet, the majority of the Game Pass users are pissed about this.
Yeah, man.
They're gone. They've canceled or they've downgraded, because you can never really get rid of Game Pass because you're still paying that online price, which is insane that they're still doing that in 2025. And that's another thing too that we haven't touched on, is they added almost a 40% markup on the PC side too for Game Pass, and they added nothing, absolutely nothing over there. You don't have Ubisoft Classic, you don't have Fortnite Crew, you don't have the cloud. You just have you play all the games for $16.50, I think it is now, and it's like, why did they get the price hike? They're not getting all this new shit. It's greed all around. It's obvious.
Yeah.
especially right after they say they made record or they made the most in Game Pass ever this past year, fiscal year.
Yeah.
$5 billion. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Now you're going to come out with this price hike.
It's a joke. Ultimately, what's next? What if I were to ask you, what is
$80 games is next.
So what's next for Xbox?
From Xbox.
I mean, where does this leave Xbox?
It leaves them with having to up the price of their games so they can make Game Pass look like more of a value, of course.
Yeah, but what
That's
about Xbox?
inevitable.
The dwindling numbers, people leaving Game Pass, or do you think if you're
They're
saying
still
that
making a lot of profit though? Just with that ABK acquisition alone, they're making a lot of money. They're just going to become that third-party publisher they wanted to be. That's it.
So that's what
They're
I'm saying.
going to put all their games out on everything eventually. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
100%.
inevitable.
It's
You
already
see
happening.
it.
Yeah, it's already happening.
It's already happening, but it's going to be a day one thing across the board eventually. The only thing I could speculate is the reason why they don't have Forza Horizon 6 going day one on PlayStation is probably they needed more time to create the PlayStation version. That's the only thing I can think of. But when they are able to do so and they can get everything done day and date on everything, that'll happen. Of course it'll happen. This is the new Xbox. They are not the traditional Xbox that you remember even 5 years ago. They are different. They're completely different. Their consoles will end up going away. Like I said, next gen, it's their last console. It'll be a PC hybrid to get you acclimated into PC. And they're not going to make a lot of them because they know they're not going to sell a lot of them. It's obvious to me that this is what I see. Now, I'm not Nostradamus. I'm not I don't know things behind the scenes. This is just what I see from typical layman gamer.
What else is going to happen? You would have to have a very hard case stating the alternative, that they'll still remain committed to the hardware devices. If by some miracle this hybrid device does well, that would be a game changer. But that would require Microsoft that really does believe in its hardware, and it doesn't. For them, it's an inconvenience. It has been an inconvenience since the Xbox One generation because of their problems, their inability to execute, their poor designs with the Xbox One, the TV Connect, all that bollocks. And then with the Xbox Series X and X, they couldn't even get that right. We had excuses with GDK, blah blah blah. They didn't even capitalize on the power narrative. They didn't even do the software right to accompany this hardware. And now you've got this next hardware, which is hybrid, which I'm excited about. The idea I'm excited about.
On a technical level, like you just want to see how they produce this thing, what it's going to be able to do, what price it's going to be at. Because if it's let's say they create something and it's got, let's say even 4070, experience, GPU, that would be pretty decent for a console. That'd be really good. And let's say they get that out at $900. That wouldn't be too bad.
I think
if they can get that down to 800, it would be better. But I just don't see this console being anything under.
They're not making a loss on this
850.
Next one.
I don't see it.
No chance. The next Xbox, they're not making a loss. They can't afford to have $100 loss per unit like they did with the Series X. That's not happening. You're right. They're going to be charging quite a bit. And when they do charge a lot, I'm excited. But the reason why I'm excited is because I think, and it's so I don't know why.
Because you like tech, you're like me.
No,
I buy the console, but I do that too. Like I'll buy the console because I just love the tech. I love to play with something new like that. I will. Will I probably regret it? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows?
It's not even about the tech. Obviously I'm excited to see something different. It's about the competition font. It's like I want a player in the space that offers something unique, that can give some worry to the other player, because Xbox, Microsoft is in the PC space. PC gaming is growing. We had this week, we literally had the RGG boss behind the Yakuza series saying thanks PC community for the growth, the Japanese studio. PC is growing massively, and what I would like, ideally, and I know it's not going to translate this way, but what I'd have liked is, like, imagine Xbox releases this console. It bridges the gap between console and PC. Now you've got Saudis, now you've got the Japanese people, all these guys now taking notice from the markets where Xbox was never a thing. And now you're like, holy shit, hold on a minute. Why are we paying for these gimped boxes? Because that's what these are. The PlayStation 6 is going to be a gimped console. It's going to have a handheld that's probably going to hold it back like Series S, right? So it's going to be, that's what they're going to be. They're going to be gimped PCs are what these consoles are. And that's all a PlayStation is going to be. That's all the next Xbox is going to be. But now Xbox is going to bridge the gap between PC and Xbox, have this dual, give you the ease of use of console mixed with the freedom of PC with Steam, and then have something with this, how we do streaming integration, because streaming is big. People would, you could, on paper, it could be huge. It could be disruptive even if Xbox had the kind of energy with Albert, what's his name, Jay Allard out there, freaking, not Albert Pinello, fucking Jay Allard out there, believing in the hardware, telling, you know, like, let's just go ahead and do it. Although ironically, he was against Microsoft's integration with it. But now this is where we are. The industry is completely different. PC is huge. Do that. But that's the only reason why I don't
think they want. I don't think they want to do that. I think they are going to. I think they want out of the hardware business for sure. And I know I've even rallied against this when people brought that up to my attention 2 years ago. When people would say, "Oh, they're going to get out of the hardware business. Just you watch." You know, Sony guys telling me that. I would argue with them and say, "No, man, they're going to make consoles that's going to continue on." I just don't see that anymore with them. I really don't. And it's just because where everything is going right now with the price hikes and where they're putting their games out, it's obvious to me that they just want out. They want out. And
it is what it is.
You'll have those few consoles next gen, and those of you that score one and everything and get them, great, grand. But then I think that after a couple of years or so, I think they'll just stop production because I don't think they're going to sell many of them. I think the PS6 is going to dominate again because I think what you're going to see is a landscape of you're going to get PC, Nintendo, and PlayStation 6. That is going to be the landscape. That is going to be the majority of where the gamers play their games.
Yeah.
And PC has already taken over console when it comes to the amount of player base. And you've seen a lot of Xbox guys already migrate to the PC.
Yeah.
Why would they step down? Why would they buy the console? Unless they're stupid like me and they're like, oh, I'm into tech and I want to just try this thing out. Okay. I do that and it's dumb. Don't do what I do. But yeah, that's just the way it is. Like most gamers won't do that. They'll just stick to the PC and say, I'm done with an Xbox console. I've got Xbox on PC. And
that's really sad because now you don't have another player in the
it is sad.
Yeah,
because then it lets PlayStation and Nintendo dictate the market.
Yeah,
they basically can do whatever they want, and you're just gonna have to take. Yeah, there's no competition because Nintendo's kind of. I would say I should say PlayStation will dictate because PlayStation will do whatever they want anyways. They've always been that enigma. Nintendo, yeah. You know, it's different. Nintendo's like that. PlayStation though. They're going to be the mind share. They're going to have that mind share still going forward, and I think they'll have a PS7. I do. I think they'll go beyond PS6. A lot of people are saying no, they're going to go away too. Not that soon. I think eventually, things will blur. Consoles and PCs will blur the lines. Yeah, but
I feel like the PS6 is
they'll
where
have a PS7.
I don't know what will happen. I can't read the future, but the PS6, however, I think will be where they really peak. Where they really do crazy numbers, really go squeeze the juice on the hardware, including the accompanying handheld that plays the games natively. I think that's where they'll sell a lot. I don't think you've seen the end of PlayStation selling lots of.
Well, a lot of people. I mean, it really comes down to the games as well. I mean, that's what we're in this hobby for, right? And I was talking to Colt earlier too, and I said, just looking at games that they produce over at Sony. And I know a lot of Xbox guys are going to hate this because they hate the whole cinematic experience walking and but that shit sells. I watched this guy on stream play the beginning of Ghost of Yotai, and I've got to tell you, looks phenomenal. The narrative, the freaking what's going on in the game and some of the new mechanics they put in there, I was like, wow, okay. So this isn't just Ghost of Tsushima redone again, you know, the same game again. It's not remade. They've got really some added stuff, and you don't get those type of games with Xbox. And I know you say you don't want those games and everything, but the majority of gamers out there obviously do.
I do want
these
that.
cinematic experiences like that. They add so much
Absolutely, they
to
do.
some of these games, and it's not to say every game should be like that, but damn, Xbox just doesn't do those. The closest they get to that is Gears. I've said that for years. That's the closest they get to that. And Gears is a great franchise. Love Gears. Hoping the best for E-Day. But yeah, I just wish they would do a little more like that. Because when I saw Wolverine, I got to tell you, I was blown away. I was like, lots of people were like poo-pooing it and saying, oh, that game looks garbage, or it's not, Wolverine looks like trash, or Timu Wolverine and stuff like that. I was like,
Really?
that game looks incredible.
I didn't see anyone say that.
The actor is a good actor. I'm so down for that game. I can't wait.
Wolverine looked great. It looked really good. Violent, tonally.
That's what I want to see from Xbox. Where's those games?
But Xbox used to have that darker kind of vibe. Remember with the Halo?
They
and then
lost
you had
it,
Brute
man.
Force and all of that. It was
Look
darker.
at-
And then just
Speaking of that, they had Gears, the first Gears, dark, gritty, freaking amazing game. They just remade it, and it looks like a freaking Disney clone. It does not look like the same game.
Yeah.
I prefer to play the original one. It's dark and gritty. This new one is all colorful and bright. It just does not look right.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The identity is gone. You know, the bro dude console. I used to love Xbox and the bro dude console. That was peak Xbox for me. It was beautiful. Like that kind. That's what that's what was cool. It was cool at that time. Unreal Tournament. I
Well,
think
360
Leandri
literally
conflict.
had everything, though. 360 literally had every genre, bro.
Yeah,
They had
but
everything.
Xbox had that vision right at the start that this was a hardcore console. So they really doubled down. Remember Unreal Tournament Leandri conflict chat? You met some of you older peeps will remember that. It just had that, like, it bridged the gap between PC and Xbox. Kind of that I was a PC gamer back then, playing Quake and all sorts. And then I was like, ooh, this is a console that's really speaking to me. Even their platformer. Remember Malice? She was a darker. It's a platforming game, but she was much darker. I'll try and play it on screen chat. But
I vaguely remember the name,
yeah,
the
Malice.
title, Malice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It was just that had this darker vibe. Looks really colorful now, too. But yeah, it was really good. It was just amazing. I'll bring it up on screen. And it just had a darker vibe, man. The whole time I was like, what the fuck is this? DevTools, go away. Why am I using Edge? Shit. But yeah, I need to change that.
But no, Xbox, I mean, in theory, they do have all the Western RPGs,
Yeah.
which are, I mean, they are freaking classics. Like these, I hope that, you know, well, I mean, we know that freaking Elder Scrolls 6, when that does drop, it's going to drop everywhere.
Yeah.
It's completely obvious.
Yeah.
They're not going to hold on to any exclusivity, especially for that, something of that magnitude, because it's going to sell so much. I hope they make some changes to that engine, though, that they were using, especially with, are they using Unreal Engine 5? Did they switch, or are they still using their
Oh, sorry, which game?
proprietary engine? Elder Scrolls 6. Are they
so-
still using?
Oh, they might do what you might get, whereas the creation engine piggybacked on
Yeah.
UE with
Well,
the remake.
yeah, because they love their engine. And honestly, you know, if they can make some tweaks to that and make it a bit better, I'll be happier with that than UE5, to be honest.
Yeah.
UE5 is a shit show. Every game that seems to drop on UE5 has performance issues, and, you know, across the board, they're just a lot of the, and it's not to say that UE5 is necessarily a bad engine. It's just an engine that a lot of people don't know how to optimize for, a lot of developers.
Yeah.
And I've heard from developers that say that there's certain feature sets within UE5 that they have no documentation for. They don't know how to optimize for it. You got to kind of try and do things and figure it out yourself. And some people know how to do certain things with some features, others don't.
But I mean, just say that you've got a game that's coming out that I'm very excited about. Haven't played yet, or one of the open betas or whatever. It's called Arc Raiders, and Arc Raiders is going to be it's specs. It's a UE5 game and it can run on a 10-year-old with 10-year-old specs. That's how.
This must be a good
optimized
team.
it is.
Seriously, it must be a good team that
not like
knows
a
how to
massive
optimize
team.
for it. But then again, Arc Raiders has been in development for a while, I think, and they've tried so many open betas and things like that for people to get into. And that's another thing that I always state, that should be done more often is that early access needs to be more of a thing.
Yeah.
Because these developers would only benefit from early access. And yes, you have people pay to get into early access, a smaller initiation fee to get in there, but they get to play these games and help you just refine them.
Yeah.
And it's worked for so many games already. Being on PC, I see more of those early access games. I've played a bunch of them, Enshrouded, freaking, Baldur's Gate and things like that. Great games that when they come out because they've been molded by the community.
Absolutely.
And that is a very big thing and should be more of a thing for more developers out there.
I think it will be because nowadays it's there's no kind of focus testing group that's going to give you the kind of feedback you will get with that. It's also
from your
intimidating.
gamers.
Yeah, because if you're because a lot of people also treat these open tests as like almost a demo of the game, and that's where if you're not, it's intimidating because if you don't get that right, or you can have a series of bugs that sullies out the hard work of the project, then it could be a problem, and then you could lose a lot of sales. Unfortunately, as opposed to that's not reflective of maybe perhaps the final gaming experience. So that's why developers are probably a little bit reluctant about that. Some developers, but yeah, but that's UE5. UE5 was running on Expedition 33. And no problems there. I had no problems at all. Spartan661, thank you for the $5 super checkers. Make Game Pass customizable. Don't make us pay for what we don't want. Damn double negative. I don't want
He
EA
wants a la carte.
He wants a la carte.
Yeah, he wants
sales.
a la carte.
He doesn't
A la
want
carte
EA
sales.
Or Ubisoft though. A la carte.
I wish more companies did that sort of thing with their sub services. I like a la carte. They used to have that way back in the day with Dish Network. Way back in the day, early days, when I had satellite TV. And you can actually pick and choose which channels you didn't want. And I would get rid of loads of them, and it would take off like $2 every channel I would get off, and my bill would be a lot lower. And I was like, why don't most people do this? And I was like, of course they won't, because they want your fucking money. They don't give a shit. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, it's true. By the way, the poll results have come out, and we've got a whopping 72%. Who said no? Game Pass is not worth it. This is insane because last week, if I did this poll, it would be 95% yes.
Yes.
Now it's 72% no.
That's insane. A lot of Sony guys were in Game Pass as well. I mean, that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, this affects so many people that have canceled. It's not just Xbox guys who've turned their back on Xbox. It's not about that. This is a lot of money. It's a tall ask for people to pay $30 a month for a subservice like this that realistically has not been delivering for most gamers. I say most, not all. Some of you gamers, like, might have loved Avowed, might have loved South of Midnight, might have loved every little game you've played in there, and it's been enough for you. You're in the minority.
Yeah, you're in the minority.
You're in the minority.
Absolutely, you are, because now you're going to be in a minority if you're subscribed to Game Pass. Even more so. It's going to be like everyone cancelled. I saw so many people I knew cancelled. Cancelled Miles, freaking everyone was mad, was cancelling it. So many people cancelled it. I think most people, I don't know who is remaining subscribed to it, apart from Colt. No one else I know that's subscribed to Game Pass.
I unsubscribed last year when I found out that, I kind of saw the trajectory that Microsoft was going, and Game Pass was just part of their overall manipulation. And I just didn't care for it. I said, no, I'm not going to be part of Game Pass like that. What I'll do, what I said I was doing before was I'll jump in just to grab 3 games, say, when I get 3 games built up, play for a month, cancel. But I've even stopped that. I'm not going to even mess with it at all anymore. It's just gotten too much for that. Even for $30, I'm not doing that for a few games. Fuck them.
Did you unsub from Xbox Game Pass? I'm going to do a poll. Someone in Solitech asked me. Let's see if how many people actually did unsub. Although I expect a lot of ponies to slap yes as well. So it's not like exactly an accurate reflection of it, but it's an interesting one. I think most people would have.
And by the way, Xbox games on Xbox Game Pass PC, they usually run a lot worse than the Steam versions. They're just
yes,
different.
I found that
And
with Ninja
so-
Gaiden. Really sucked.
It's really trash.
Yeah.
So it's not really that worth it on PC, in my opinion, because you're paying that $650 for a game that runs like shit.
Yeah,
compared to the Steam version.
It didn't even have enough of the.
Not
the
every
features.
game,
Not every
but
game.
a lot of the games.
They did definitely.
Yeah, some of the features are omitted too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
You
Ninja
can't
Gaiden,
change certain things.
I didn't have anything. I think it was what was it? I didn't have it. I was like, well, I don't have this feature because the problem with Ninja Gaiden Black, the remake that came out this year, which was a great game, was that on PC it was just I felt a little bit sluggish. So I'm like, what's going on? And I saw some settings. I'm like, I don't have these settings. And then I tweeted it out, and I'm like, oh yeah, the Game Pass one is different. I'm like, what the fuck? I've been buying PC games galore now. I have got I just buy them. I'm
mostly just Steam now. Just Steam.
Steam is actually really simple, really straightforward. I actually really like it. I really like the UI. It's warmed on me. None of the fluff. It hasn't changed a quadrillion times. It's not shit like the Microsoft Store. Xbox UI changes every 15 seconds. Sometimes it feels like when I just finally get used to it. It's just a whole different
and they're way more pro-consumer in that. Let's say you buy a game for a full price, and it goes on sale a week later. They'll send you the difference.
Yeah,
they'll just send it to your account. They'll send you the difference.
I'll put this out. I'll try and zoom in, chat, because I know the resolution of my thing might be a bit.
PlayStation and Xbox would never do that. Never. Nintendo wouldn't do that. They wouldn't say, "Hey, our game went on sale. You bought it for $70. Now it's $11. Here's your change." They wouldn't do that.
They're sounding so flamboyant. They were like, "Yeah, your transaction has been automatically reprocessed at the lower."
You know why?
Yeah, I know why. At the current lower price instead, and the difference has been added to your Steam wallet. You'll receive a receipt detailing the new price because the price had changed. There was a price change.
Yeah, you know what else they do too on Steam? Let's say a game comes out and they announce, "Hey, we've got a battle pass or we've got DLC that you can buy with this edition. You'll get all the DLC." Let's say you buy that, but then they delay the game. Yeah. They automatically refund you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can play it for like Steam sales. Though, if you do that, it's 2 hours or what is it? You can sample a game
2
and just
hours.
get refund. Get refund straight away. My brother does it all the time.
Yep.
Like,
if the game doesn't grab you in 2 hours, refund.
Instant.
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. I think I did it once. What was that? I forgot what the game was. Chat told me to just refund it. It's a shit game. I'm like, okay, and got the money back.
No, I have to be fair in this regard too. Xbox was pretty fair about digital games too. If I buy a digital game and I didn't like it or whatever, I'd refund it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't bad about that.
They refund for me as well. They're actually really good.
PlayStation won't.
PlayStation are horrible.
They don't. They do not.
If you pre-order stuff, you're stuck. They're terrible with that. But when I was asking that question, what is it? What does the future of Xbox look like? It seems quite grim. It seems very grim. You're talking about a third-party.
Oh, dude, I see them being the biggest third-party publisher. I do. I see them just being a mass third-party publisher, and hopefully pumping out great games. I hope they do, but it's going to go to the masses, and they're not going to be that traditional Xbox anymore because you won't have a traditional Xbox console. It's going to be everywhere because that's what they want to be. We want to be everywhere.
Everything's for everyone. It's just this is the antithesis of what I want from a serious console manufacturer. They have a vision. They were like, we're not everything for everyone. We are going to be what we are, and we want you to join it. If you like it, fair enough. This is a hardcore console. This is a hardcore gamer's box. If
they had better management, they could have competed. 110%. They could have competed.
Yeah, 52% of people said they unsubbed from Game Pass. The other 48 say no.
The poll is kind of flawed though, because some of the people could have just downgraded to the other tiers, which a lot of people did in the community. I've seen that.
But the main tier is the day and date one. They've now got this.
I know,
one.
but I've seen others drop all the way down just to get the online and just do away with the day and date.
Oh shit! Yeah, because you get you
can't get rid of it. Not totally.
Yeah.
But, and just imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine that over the last 7+ years or whatever, the Game Pass has been out there, and you've just been on Game Pass, and you've played all your games on Game Pass, and then you decided to quit. You wouldn't be able to play anything because you have no fucking library. It's all gone.
That's true. That is true. One of the reasons why
It's
I haven't
all
completed Indiana Jones, because when I boycotted Game Pass, I couldn't play it. So now I have a save. It's play anywhere though, right? So if I do buy it on Steam, I can finish it. That's one thing. Xbox is quite pro-consumer, play anywhere. That's really good. I don't have that option with PlayStation.
Somebody tried to tell me about that because I said, well, at least with Steam, I own my games. And they're like, well, you don't own them. And I'm just saying, technically, I can play the games, and I'm not playing for a subservice. I'm not paying for that. So it's completely different experience on Steam. I buy the games, I download them, I play them through Steam, yet I don't have to pay for Steam. It's a big difference. When you have to pay that $30 a month, it's, again, you're part of that, you're paying for that online experience. And on PC, we don't do that anymore, or at all. We just don't pay for the online.
Yeah, it's
not a thing. I'm really surprised they never got rid of that. We kept hearing things back in the days on RDX. They're going to get rid of gold. They're going to get rid of gold. Freaking, we had Jez. We had many people saying, "Oh yeah, for sure they're getting rid of gold." Jeff Grubb was saying that.
Oh really?
They still got, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that vaguely. Yeah, no, they're going to turn that down because we've got people under a barrel.
No, it's too much money.
Yeah, they're going to keep making that money.
Nobody's fighting against that. Nobody on console.
Console gamers get shafted, even on PlayStation, well, especially on PlayStation and Nintendo. PlayStation with the customer service and all that bullshit, your pre-orders, all of that shit, your full pricing, you're getting fucked. You can't even use thingy codes on PlayStation. You know, with Xbox, you can get the codes from online for cheaper games. You can't do that on PlayStation.
No, you got to buy through their store.
Yep.
You got to buy through their store.
You just get murked. Nintendo, just don't even think about getting a price reduction on their games.
Except when PlayStation games come to PC, you can buy it on those other shops for a lot cheaper, which I have done.
Just get a freaking PC, man. It's all about PCs. I know it's like, it's not for everybody. If you're on console, you're just getting a product. You're just getting shafted with no freedom. No freedom.
Well, it's already so expensive for a console. We're already at the $800 mark with the 2 terabyte Series X.
Yeah.
It's insane to me that they're that much. 5 years into the generation, who knew we were going to go from a $500 console to 8?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's fucking insane. I've never seen this in my lifetime, and I've been around a while. I've been around a while.
I've not seen this before. Okay, games
through every generation of gaming I've been a part of, and I've never seen consoles go up. They've always went down. And how many revisions has PlayStation 5 been through? They've been through so many revisions, cutting corners just to make it cheaper, yet the prices have went up.
Yeah. It's crazy. They're just extracting more profit out of you. It's insane. Look, the value point, if you're going to get murked, I understand value for money, which is why I bought a 59. If I'm going to get shafted, I'm going to get shafted on my own terms. I'm going to get the bleeding edge, let it cost the money, and fucking enjoy it. That's the real players, man. Not the it's Alex and the PC little.
Maybe it's somebody listening right now, but I got a couple of Steam requests, friends. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Send me some games.
Don't ask them for something. They'll send you like having sex with Hitler.
Oh, dude, that's right. Don't send me games. There's some weird fucking games on Steam. Some weird ass shit.
Weird shit.
I had to go in there and actually block the adult games because I was actually one night when I had my PC hooked up to my TV, I was scrolling through all the games to see, hey, what do they have? I want to buy a game. And my wife's sitting next to me. She looks up and sees this big old freaking dong. And she was like, what is that? And this lady it was a bad scene. And I was like, those are games on freaking Steam. And she just couldn't believe it. She was like, why? And then she asked me, why are they in the top 10? And I said, because they're fucking weirdos, okay? There's a lot of weirdos on PC. Yeah, top 10 sales. You see it in there all the time. It's fucking weird.
These people with the furry stuff and all that shit. The PC gamers do have a weird taste with that. That stuff. I got imposed with that, like wolf furry sex or Hitler sex or Stalin or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. I had to reject all of that. I'm not putting that in my freaking library. But that is. But you You get the best versions of both the Xbox and PlayStation exclusives. Anyway, exactly. That's the winner's circle. Fonz, I don't know how much time you have left, but
I gotta get out of here. I got a couple of minutes left, and I gotta go because I gotta get ready and go.
Okay. You might want to head out because I'm talking about Halo next. Do you want to? Talk about...
Yeah, I'll head out. Fuck Halo. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're talking about the Halo Combat Evolved, the new. Yeah. You know what? I'll say this about it.
Yeah.
I love Combat Evolved. It's my favorite Halo because it brought me back into gaming in a hard time in my life. The original Combat Evolved really helped me out. And I know it sounds weird, but it's true. Okay. I love that game. So I have a deep nostalgic feeling for Halo Combat Evolved.
I didn't know that.
I hope they fucking nail this and make it look great. And I hope it doesn't look cartoony like freaking, sunshine and rainbows looking game. I hope it's gritty. I hope it's good. I hope it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's it. But,
okay. All right, man. Well, thank you so much,
all right,
bro.
man.
Loved it.
Yep. And thank you to the everybody that listened, everybody who hates me in the audience. I'm sorry, not sorry. But if you want, you can check out my show that I have every week on the Fonz Gaming channel here on YouTube.
Absolutely, man. Give a shout out. Check
it's
out
also
Fonz.
on Spotify.
He smashed it today, man. We've got some major truth being spat out by Fonz, man. It was really good. Make sure you subscribe. It's on there.
You always get the truth with me.
Yeah,
Fuck
absolutely.
that. Always, man. I don't fucking lie about this shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I ever say anything that contradicts what I've said in the past, if you look for it deep enough, you'll see where I've said, hey, I was wrong about that, because I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong about something, I'll come out and say, hey, I was wrong. And I'll get embarrassed, even by my own friends behind the scenes. Like, these guys give it to me. That sounds terrible. Anyways, but you guys just kill me sometimes.
Yeah.
And, I own it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
Absolutely.
We're wrong sometimes. Own it.
Absolutely.
Don't be a cunt. All right. Later.
Take care, man. Peace. Chat. There we are. Oh, shit. How blurry am I? So that was Fonz. Fonz smashed it out of the park with that. And I want to talk about a little bit of what I was alluding to was what's next for Xbox. But really, it's there. And really, that's for everything, unless you're on PC. And I love the competitive landscape. That's disappeared. It's gone. It's gone. You have to come to terms with that. We will talk about now Halo. Good old Halo. Because even though, I say the future Xbox is shite, at least its first-party studios will produce games that I'm excited about. Unless they cancel them, like Perfect Dark. But we got... Halo, we're going to get a finally look at the October the 24th. October the 24th is when we're going to find out what the future of Halo is. So we've got a huge Halo event deep dive coming, not just for the next Halo, which is a remake of Combat Evolved, which I'm not exactly that excited about. Let me see if I can... Oh yeah, good. I'm getting better at this. Halo CE is the best Halo. Halo CE for me will always have a special place in my heart, only because it just tore me away from PlayStation. I just bought a PS2. I thought, what, this is it. And then I saw this, and I'm like, oh, Microsoft is making a console. Oh, what the hell is it going to be? It's going to be shit. And I just one look at Halo and my jaw dropped. And we all saw the silent cartographer level. We saw the AI. And Halo CE's AI on its combat AI, it still goes toe-to-toe with so many games now. It's insane. Have you seen the Battlefield trailer? Battlefield 6 campaign? I played it a couple of streams ago, but you would have seen it. The campaign of that where they copied Call of Duty. They literally copied Call of Duty with that same mission at night. And you could tell the AI was just scripted. It was shit. Halo CE to this day still murks freaking their AI murks games today. We have hardly seen any strides, in artificial intelligence since 3 gens ago with Halo CE. But yeah, Battlefield Friday, I can't wait though. It's all about the multiplayer. Apparently the single player is shit, so don't have any high hopes for that. I don't know why they got so many studios working on Battlefield single player and all this shit, and then they can't even get it right. Well, that's what the the noise is in the background. I haven't played it, but from reviews and stuff, they're saying that the Metacritic score of that is going to go down because of the single player. That's how bad it is. But now we're going to finally get a look at freaking Halo running on Unreal Engine 5, which I know a lot of people go, where? Unreal Engine, but I love... look, what do you want to do? What do you want? What do you want? Either you have an engine that makes it easier for developers to make games. It will have problems stuttering, all of that shit, whatever. But at least it's empowering even indies and double A's to make beautiful games. Look at Clamp Skills, Expedition 33. Look at so many freaking titles that are running on UE5. And I want a Halo game that looks fucking good. I'd rather it was a proprietary engine, but this journey for whole Halo freaking Faithful has been a painful one, because Halo engine barely strays away from what it was, and Halo Infinite was the peak of just being flaccid in terms of its raw visual fidelity. It was bullshit. Oh shit, it was bullshit, man. They like what they showed off. They lied with the slip space and what was actually the final product. Mood and tonally was really good, but look at this. Can you imagine Halo like this? I have questions about how it will run. I don't think this will have multiplayer, maybe the CE remake, but I want to see it. I want to see it run on UE5. That's what I'm really excited about. I always love Halo. I've resigned to the fact that it won't be the ambitious IP that will take us to new frontiers like I always imagined, because they've honed it in. A lot of people are saying, oh, by the way, you shouldn't judge the new team, Halo Studios, because they're run by Pierre Hintze, and a new team. They've got rid of the old leadership. And for me, the whole point is, oh, look at the flood on this. Look at the fuck. The flood looks sick on UE5. That just looks amazing. That kind of there's the textures there. They need to revise the flood designs, by the way. You can't have those balloon popping little things. Make them a little bit more threatening. But you can do a lot with the flood design, especially in the books. If you read them, they're very grotesque in the books. So yeah, but we're gonna finally see that. Finally see Halo CE, which I'm less excited about, but apparently you're going to see the future of Halo as well. So you're going to see an idea of what they're going to do with this IP. And I want to know what the story is going to happen. Is it going to carry on from Halo Infinite? It has to, man. Please carry on from Halo Infinite. If you don't, and you can't salvage that, you're just doing away all that build up of the Endless, which you built up as the second flood, and it just feels like so stupid. Unless you have a really strong vision to really just completely undo that. So we're taking it to another direction, which is weird. You break continuity, but maybe it's a better vision. Everyone is saying Pierre and the old 343, which is now Halo Studios, he fixed the Master Chief Collection. He fixed Halo Infinite's multiplayer content in terms of delivery, which he did. Multiplayer, you got loads of great maps, you got really good modes as well, and Forge was the savior. Forge saved Halo Infinite. Massive. I say saved. Halo Infinite's numbers aren't exactly doing massive numbers, let's be honest, but at the same time, can they do? They did a great job, right? Fine, fair enough, but can they do a single player, a whole, not just single player, brand new game, not fixing other people's mess, brand new game that has the vision to tell a compelling story and take it to the next frontier? With Halo, you have some of the most obnoxious, like me, but hardcore fanboys, many of whom are so resistant to any kind of change, that it really holds back Halo. And like Sprint, people still cry about Sprint. People still cry about aim down sights. And I'm like, mate, what the fuck? Are we going to cry about looking down sights and running faster or Sprint? Then, because you had clamor in Halo 5 and all of this, and I had a audible fucking noise from a lot of Halo Faithful about it. And it was so annoying. It was so just lame. It holds back Halo so badly. If you so badly want to play Halo, the Master Chief Collection is there for you, man. Just go fucking play Halo 1, 2, and 3. Just stick there. No one wants to just, don't put freaking Sprint in there. For me, I was like, take it to the next frontier. Evolve the armor. Evolve the AI. Just tell freaking stories. I was happy when they had agent lock and stuff introduced in it, but then the execution has always been shit. But I know they won't do it. They're too intimidated by the fan base. They can't alienate it. Even though Halo's just gone like this in terms of public favor, in terms of the relevance, despite being a powerhouse, it's just gone down like this. Like, just gone down. So then what do you have to lose? Be bold. But it requires bold people, and right now in the AAA space, no one wants to take risks. You got UE5, right? That should facilitate you to take some more risks because you've got an engine that should hopefully make it work. But whether Unreal Engine 5 for a multiplayer engine, and don't compare it to Fortnite. It runs on Fortnite. It looks fine. We'll see. But Halo, no smoothness, 60 frames, no hitching. You can't have stuttering in multiplayer. That will be the end of the memes. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. Halo has 30 million players. It says Xbox is king. 30 million players. Where are you getting that number from? Because Halo, let me go on the Steam charts and look at Halo Infinite, because I don't think those numbers are even remotely close to the things. Bruv. He said 30 million, lads. Why have I got Pokemon Legends ads? Fucking hell, man. 30 million, bruv. 30 million, yeah? There's 2,913 people playing, bruv. Come on, lad. The 24-hour peak was 3,700. Let's look at this, bruv. 6 months. Oh, shit, I'm not clicking on the stream there. Sorry, 3 months. Safe. Didn't even break 4K. Oh, it broke here. 5,000 players in the last 3 months. In the last 6 months, it went up to 5,000. That was 5,000. Come on, bruv. Come on, lads. 7,000 a year. Come on, bruv. The all-time peak at launch, and then it just dropped. Like, that is not Xbox is king. The name gives it away, but come on, bruv. You can't look at those numbers, man. Compared to Master Chief Collection. That's a good point. Let's see. The Master Chief Collection. Let's see if that's got a decent number. Oh, it's got much better. Look at this. Well, you get multiple games in it, but have a look at this. 8,000 players. 9,024 hours peaks. So much better than that. But still, that is nothing. For an IP like Halo, nothing. Combined between Master Chief Collection that has all the Halo games and that. I know it's only PC, but can't you break 20k? Can't you break 15k? It's barely over 10. What are we doing, bruv? And that's all because the developers are scared to take risks. You can take a sci-fi RPG, sci-fi FPS with Halo, modernized, taking it out. Take visually incredible multiplayer, take risks, but none of that happens in the AAA space. So Halo is, for us Halo faithful, we'll still be excited for it. We want the stories. We've experienced the lore in the Halo books that the games don't even come remotely close to what happens in the books. They do a shit job of telling you the story about it. It's so frustrating. You think being an Xbox fan has been frustrating? Imagine being a Halo fan. And they just resign stories to terminals and all this shit. But we still want more Halo. And we love the property so much. So I'm excited. Even though I don't want another friggin' Halo C remake. But maybe they can do something that can entice me with it. But I'm more excited about what they will do going forward. So we'll see. We'll see. Shout out to 161 of you still in here. Smash the like button. What else do you want me to talk about? I have my guest has to leave. My topics were Xbox Game Pass. Ghost of Yote's out. I haven't played it. My brother's giving me his base PS5. I might download it, but I've got a big backlog of games to complete. I might do that after this stream. And then wait, because Battlefield is going to completely destroy my time. But yeah, I think I've covered everything, chat. Is Gaz a pony? You must be joking. You must be joking. I'm not going back to PlayStation. Have you seen PlayStation? Have you seen what they're like over there? You want me to join them? You want me to join them? You must be on crack. Well, why would I join them? It's all about the PC, baby. Look at this beast. Look at this sexual beast. Look at it. Look at it. So beautiful. So beautiful. That is where the sources are. Don't be a peasant. Come to PC. And that's what my next video is going to be about. Join the PC Master Race, where the winners are you. Don't get shafted. Thank you, everyone. By the way, I tried to get this on Apple Podcasts. I don't know why the Apple's so shit. I tried to get it. It wasn't working. It's on Spotify. But yeah. Oh, before I go, do check out Nightwave Radio. It is a my Guns. It's a Spotify playlist with the dankest tunes. If you like wave, if you like funk, it was sick tunes. I've updated it. But thank you so much. I'm really grateful. I had a great time. A Cypher Halo. I heard that misspelling. I love you. What? A Cypher Halo? What are you talking about? Thank you so much for the super chats. We are playing Battlefield 6, Danny, but your KD ratio wasn't all that great. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm old now as well. My skills are shit. The screen is white as hell, man. But yeah, thank you so much. Smash the like button. We had good chats. And we'll see you very, very soon. Peace!